Welcome to the triple.
Well, I'm probably going to put this all in there, including that.
I like that. I think it's more real. I don't edit the stuff out of my YouTube either.
Good.
Hello and welcome to the Triple B Podcast, Business Branding and Boudoir with Anna Johnson.
So I have Kayla Logan with me in the studio.
Hello.
And Kayla, you guys, if you have seen any of the posts that I've been posting about body positive and this BOPO body positive shoot that I did, that was with this lovely lady right here, Kayla Logan.
Yes, it was.
You can follow her at Kayla Logan blog. And so yeah, Kayla, I met you. Okay, let me just start off.
Yeah, oh my goodness, this story is like actually crazy, and she's the reason why I came to San Diego.
Aww.
But continue. Yes.
So I met Kayla like 3 or 4 years ago.
Like a long time ago.
It's been a while, you guys. Yeah. And I was like, she was talking about how she used to live here, and I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to shoot you. We need to work together. But she's like, I'm in Canada. And I was like,
Toronto,
boo. So I was like, just sent it that same message you send everyone, like, all right, well, if you're ever in San Diego, hit a sister up.
I was like, how do I get to San Diego? Like, do I drive? Like, this has to happen.
Yes. And so anyway, so I remember giving her names of people in her area and stuff, which she was already like reaching out to people. It's kind of crazy because they say, what is it? They say that you know someone, everybody knows someone by like the rule of threes, is it? Where it's like every 3 person, you're all connected. Really? And so like, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so true with Kayla. Because we know Terry, like there are multiple photographers that we know. Shout out to Terry Hoffman.
What up?
And so when you came here, you had already done a shoot. You've already done all this other stuff. But she finally made it to San Diego. Finally. And just tell a little bit about your journey.
Okay, well, first of all, Anna told me she could shoot underwater. And that's the moment
I lied!
That's the moment I knew, though. I was like, how do I get to San Diego? I'm like, this woman is incredible. Yeah, because I was like, I want to do this underwater shoot. And she's like, oh, I could do that, but I'm in San Diego.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? What? Like, how do I actually get here? Like, I just lived here. I was so upset. So I started this body positivity tour across Canada. And somehow I ended up in California, which was like, well, Anna, Boudoir Ego said I could like shoot with her. And I mean, it's only a 10-hour drive. So
a 10-hour drive.
At this point, after driving for like days upon days, sleeping in my car and tents at followers' houses, I was like, what's 10 more hours? And sleeping in a McDonald's parking lot along the way. Nothing.
Okay, so background story.
Yes.
Because Johanna, my business partner, is sitting here and she's probably thinking, what the heck? Anna doesn't shoot underwater. I actually have shot underwater. If you guys look on my Boudoir Ego page, you'll see that I've done underwater photography quite a few different times. It's not something that I do now because honestly, my underwater casing broke and I don't want to ruin my camera. I have a photographer friend, shout out to Rachel Jelanovich with Life Alive Photography, who does underwater photography. So while she was learning to do underwater, I was like, sure, I'll do it with you. And that's when Kayla, she had seen like one of my photos and she was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I was like, sure, we can do an underwater photo shoot. Like several years down the road, I'm not doing underwater anymore.
She lied to me. This was all a ploy to get me here. It worked. It was effective.
I hooked her. She got it. And I was like, just kidding. We don't do underwater.
But we still had a good time though.
Yes. And so tell me about what your body positive shoots are, what you love about it, and what you're trying to do with this.
Okay, so this all started, as you can see, I'm in my bra now. It started as a weight loss journey, and I started doing Dr. Bernstein. So I'd come back from California and traveling, and one of the first things a family member said to me is that, wow, you got fat, didn't you, while you were on your trip? And it just like, all of a sudden, I went from like accepting my body and not realizing how much weight I gained and not caring because I felt really fulfilled from this road trip I had done and traveling to becoming severely depressed. And it got to the point where I didn't leave my couch for 6 months. And I like told my family that I'd rather be dead than live and be fat. And I truly believed that. Like I believed that if I wasn't thin, then I wasn't deserving of love or self-love or for just just kindness or compassion or to live. Like, it's ridiculous hearing it out loud and saying it now. So I started this journey on Dr. Bernstein's. It's where you get B12 and B6 shots 5 days a week, and it's almost like the keto diet, but a bit stricter, and it's all monitored by nurses, and you can lose up to 20 pounds a month. And I had done it a couple years earlier and lost 60 pounds, so it's quite effective, but it is very expensive a month. So my family invested in that so that way I could get my health back on track. And I decided that I wanted to show this weight loss journey authentically, like on social media, like stretch marks, fat, everything. And I had found people like Kenzie Brenna and the Birds Papaya who were showing their stretch marks and were so proud. And especially Kenzie, she was the first one I found.
Shout out to Kenzie.
Yes. And I was like, I want to be that confident in the mirror. So I was like, I'm going to show that you're beautiful at every shape and size. And I'm going to do it at both iconic and just like regular locations like Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show this journey. So the first place I do it is in Toronto. I thought I was going to vomit, like all these old white ladies. It's always the old white ladies. I don't know why, but they're always like like British Canadians, like
Oh.
they'll like even like wag a finger, like
Oh no.
like literally that happened at the distillery district. When I went to the village, the gay village in Toronto, they were like, "Get it, girl, yes!" And I was like strutting. But anyways, so then I decide I'm gonna go do this in Nova Scotia at Peggy's Cove. I have this amazing experience with this photographer. I feel super empowered, and I start to realize that like I'm promoting this idea that I don't believe. And how is that authentic or real in any kind of way? And how is that self-love? So the hardest thing I ever did was I came home and I quit the diet. And I decided that in order to learn to love myself, I needed to be off of it, and I needed to learn how to do that. And it was starting at square one, because it didn't matter how heavy or thin I was going to be if I didn't have that self-love.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a size 2 before, and I thought I was fat and not deserving of love, and now I'm like 250. I don't even know how much I weigh, but I love myself more than I ever did then. So I continued on with this journey, and then slowly people started to ask if they could take part in the photo shoots. And for some reason, I can't explain why, but dropping down to your skivvies in public, being the most vulnerable you can be. Exactly. That's where all my confidence and empowerment came from. And I wanted people to experience that as well. It's beyond liberating.
Yeah.
And I don't have a reasoning why. I'm sure there's some kind of study on it. So then I opened my big mouth because I'm a dreamer. Well, Anna said she was a dreamer too. That's why I should come here. Oh, yeah, that was someone in San Diego too. Sorry. And then I was like,
the homecoming queen. Sorry. That was going through my head. Go ahead.
And I was like, a couple months ago, I just decided, I'm like, I'm going to go across Canada and do these photo shoots at iconic places. But a lot of these BOPO shoots, they make people only wear lingerie. It has to be a specific color. There's heroes involved, or you have to apply. And I wanted to be open to everyone because I feel like body positivity is about like equality of the bodies and pure acceptance and love. And I also involved children, which I really contemplated because I didn't want to sexualize children or people. And then I realized that's the whole point. We have mothers who have just had children who want to show them how beautiful their body is, that, you know, they made this magical life and embrace it. So people are allowed to wear lingerie. We prefer the kids to be in swimwear or swimwear, because a 2-piece bathing suit is the same coverage. If you want to wear a 1-piece, that's up to you. It's about expressing yourself and your individuality, which I think is beautiful.
Yeah.
So it started off as across Canada, which I did not have the money to do. I was like, this is the dumbest and best idea you've ever come up with. Ever. Like, I'm like, yeah, you're going to sleep in your car. You're going to bring a tent. You're going to bring your new puppy. And you're going to stay with people you don't know and followers, which I have severe anxiety. I don't even do that at home. Like, I don't stay at friends' houses at home.
Oh, goodness.
So, but it's been this like magical experience of connecting and growing and
trust.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. And somehow that led into, well, you're in Vancouver now. Seattle is only a couple hours away.
Yeah, why not? Just go for it.
And then I just kept going till I ended up in San Diego.
Yes. So how many of these have you done now?
I think altogether we're almost at 15.
Yes, and then I know you just got back from LA, and you did San Diego, you did LA, and what is your next plans? Like, where do you plan on going next? What do you want to come out of this this whole entire thing too? What would you like to see? Like, what's the future for you?
So it's really hard to say right now. I just got some really hard news that my mom has cancer. So I'm going home on the 24th for her surgery, and we're gonna see what stage she's at. So a lot of things are dependent on that.
Yeah.
But I am leaving my car here.
Oh, okay. So you're coming back to
we're
San
flying
Diego.
right in. And then the plan always was is that I would take the same route down here back, and we do it in every single province and state again. And that's what happened in every place I went. Some people missed it or want to be part of it, or they gained more awareness, or the news covered it. So it felt like all this momentum had built, and it feels wrong not to continue it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it across the West Coast again. Hopefully it's not going to be too cold in Canada when we get back there.
Yeah.
And then the East Coast eventually. And what I'd really like to do, like if I could dream out of this world,
And dream it, girl.
Okay, to go to Europe.
Yes.
I want to do it across Europe. Like I just want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, this is what
You're
I
going
want
to go to Europe. She's going to be in Europe.
Yeah,
guys.
I might.
That's exciting.
Wait, I'm actually going to be in Copenhagen on the 30th, and I've been like debating if I have enough time and like a way to like organize that, because
Yeah.
like that would be like the dream.
You can do it. I think if
so,
anyone
right?
can do it, you can do it. So now with all of these shoots, I know we've talked about like different ideas that you would love to see come out of this. Like, what if you could have like a dream, because we are dreamers, and I think it's important to dream and envision what you want in your head. And I'm big into manifesting your vision. So I mean, like, whether that's your thing or not, if you could dream it, what would you want to see come out of this?
Like the universe was like, nope, this is just what you're doing right now in life.
I like to manifest it. Pop the light, you guys.
The light
so the light just blew.
The light just blew. I'm like, hey, that's it. We're done.
That's a wrap.
Let's do the
Get back
photo
here.
shoot.
Okay, so if you could dream it, well, good thing these haven't popped. Thank you, Edison bulbs. So if you can dream it, what would you want to dream out of this?
I mean, like, ideally to do this alongside a company and to make it international, like a company like Dove, like that's the dream right now.
Yeah.
Or the second thought, and we were discussing this a lot, is that going into schools and talking about self-image and body love and body positivity with children.
Yeah, maybe not in lingerie, you guys.
No. Like in like good like clothes. Like,
She's like,
like choke myself. No, like a turtleneck.
Turtleneck. You probably don't have to be that conservative. Maybe some areas, Alabama, but not everywhere. Did I just say that?
But I showed up in a class like this, I'd probably be arrested. I'm in a bra right now.
Okay, so I think that's great. I have kids. I have 3 children, and I think that getting into schools is great, because honestly, I think that a lot of the issues that people deal with start when you're a kid.
Yeah, they do.
And so being able to reach that generation before they have all that baggage, before they have to suffer with all that crap, which they're going to, but helping them be able to get past it, I think is important. So I think that's awesome. I think
well, I think like a big thing is when I started this campaign, I did a lot of research on statistics with children, and there's not a lot of research I personally found out there. If anyone knows where to find more, I'd love that. But by the age of 5 or 6, children develop body image issues. And the research goes even further about how negative body image leads to mental illness and depression and isolation. And I really struggle with anxiety and depression and ADHD. And if I can just help one person with that at a younger age, before it becomes something bigger, before maybe it becomes an eating disorder, before maybe it comes to suicide. That's what I like to do.
And that's amazing. I think what you're doing is amazing. I think that you like recognizing who you are and just being able to, you guys, like I've had some time with Kayla and just getting to know you as a person, and see not just like you being out there in your lingerie and some people just seeing the surface, but like really getting to know you as a person and your soul. Like you are a beautiful, beautiful person. And so you guys, if you haven't been following Kayla Logan blog, make sure you follow her. She's going to go everywhere. She's going to soar. She's going to fly.
Oh my God,
and I'm excited to watch you go. Like, this is exciting.
Thank you so much. I hope you'll be on board for more of them.
Yes, girl. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Perfect. Thanks for having me.